or are you going to get the race back? You're going to get the race back. People have been asking for years, and you've been here a little over a year. How much have you been asked that?
Quite a bit, right? I mean, that's one question everybody asks, and we can finally answer. I'm gonna tell you, 2015, the Bojangles Southern 500 will be back on Labor Day.
And talk about the process. You said it's the initiate conversations. What that process has been like these last 6 to 8 weeks.
Sure. I mean, it's truly a team effort. We worked with our partners at NASCAR, obviously our parent company, International Speedway Corporation, and the other stakeholders in the business to figure out what was the best schedule. So you got to think about all the different entities. You got to think about the race teams. You got to think about the racetracks. You got to think about NASCAR and logistically how it all works. And this just made sense. I think the timing was perfect. NASCAR wanted to make some changes to the schedule. We were all open to it, and I feel like we won, right? The tradition returns to Darlington Raceway in 2015 with the Bojangles Southern 500.
They took it away the last time. What do you guys have to do? What does this track have to do to keep this permanently here?
Well, I wouldn't say they took it away, Lou. I think that they made some adjustments to the schedule that made sense at the time. I think everybody understands what this place means to the sport and understands that this date is a cornerstone in the schedule. So the first opportunity that they had to bring it back, we all did that. We worked together to do that, and it truly was a team effort. There were a lot of folks that were behind the scenes to make this happen, and God, it's just such a great day for Darlington Raceway and the PD.
And as far as kind of goes in hand with the new marketing approach to emphasize on the history and the tradition here, how does that play in your hands now?
Absolutely, it's another element to what we're trying to accomplish. You know, like you and I have talked, this is the Wrigley Field of NASCAR, and there's so much history and heritage within these walls, and for us to add another element to celebrate that as we move forward is a win.
And a new dynamic to the chase being that close.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're the second to last race before the playoff starts, and I think we'll add an additional element. You know, listen, there's no lack of sparks when people come to Darlington, so I think this will just add another element. You know, the guys that are locked into the chase, they can take more risk, and the guys that haven't gotten locked in, they now have one more opportunity after Darlington Raceway to get in. So I think you'll see a lot more action here on Labor Day 2015. God, it feels so good to say Labor Day 2015. We'll be back in Darlington Raceway. Right. We have 3 new members to our team here at the racetrack, and it gives them more of an opportunity to get their feet wet, get acclimated, go to some more events, and really share best practices. I feel as a company we do a good job sharing best practices across all of our properties, and gives us more time in 2015 to see what works, what hasn't worked, and then implement those at the racetrack.
And at the same time, you've been good about doing spring and summer events. This adds right into a race coming Labor Day weekend.
Well, we might have to make a couple tweaks to the schedule, because I think if I ask my guys to have a movie 3 weeks before the race, they might kill me. But you know, we want to continue to do these events. They've been a really big point for us this summer to include the community and the events we're doing and have them out to the racetrack. We're really proud of that. I think we might do some stuff more spring, early summer. As you know, when we get closer to the race, all hands on deck. We're all here all the time, but we're really focused on our Sprint Cup effort and our Nationwide Series effort. So, you know, we have to make some adjustments to our schedule, but that's not a big deal. We have the most talented group of people in the garage that work at this racetrack, and it's a matter of rather than getting the property ready in January, February, and March, now I have to get it ready June, July, and August, and that's not a big deal.
What's the biggest challenge moving this date back? Everyone's excited about it now. What's the challenge to get people in the seats, and biggest challenge you guys face as here?
Well, I think the challenge is that we all need to continue to build our sport back. You know, the downturn in the economy, we certainly all saw some decline in attendance, but we've been able to stabilize. I think one of the biggest challenges we will have is there is a Clemson and Carolina game on Saturday. We need to figure out how to get them to bring their tailgate on Sunday after they get done cheering on the Clemson Tigers and the Gamecocks to Darlington Raceway to end the Labor Day weekend on a high note.
Given that, you've been real big about trying to get colleges, students here at the track. This helps because, as you said, you're right here in the football season, it'll be a good opportunity to reach them to come here to the race.
Yeah, and I've already had a conversation with our partners down at the University of South Carolina about tweaking the schedule a little bit. We had a great program that we launched with them last year that helped drive some of their students to the racetrack. We're trying to implement that across some other great schools in the PD. So, yeah, all it is adjusting schedules. I think we have a great base, right? When I got here, we had a great base when I started. I feel like we've made some improvements since I've been here in the last year, and now we got to take it to the next level, and this is just an added element.
I guess putting Darlington in the chase, was that ever discussed? Or Labor Day was the main focus, getting this thing back here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not at liberty to discuss all the negotiations, but this is important. I think that at the end of the day, the message is the tradition's returning to Labor Day weekend with the Bojangles Southern 500 and the Sport Clips 200. That's such a win for our company, and man, I'm just so excited about the direction and where we're going.
Chip, what does this date mean to you? This is your first season here at Darlington Raceway. You've had all these great community events. You grew up not too far away from here. What does it mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, Darlington Raceway means a lot to me. It's been one of the places I've always enjoyed coming as a competitor, and now certainly I love coming here to work every day. But, the thing about Darlington that's so special is this community, and the overwhelming majority of the people wanted Labor Day back. So for me to be a small part of being able to bring this date back to Darlington, South Carolina is a win. I'm really proud of it. I'm not proud of it for myself. I'm proud of it for everybody here at this racetrack and in this community.